Hello, it's Deb here, Slap Happy Sewing, here for another edition of Friday Sews. If you're new to my channel, hello, my name is Deb. I live in New Zealand. I live in the lower North Island of New Zealand, and I don't call myself Slap Happy Sewing for nothing. Now, I am trying to be a little more careful in my makes and make a good job of things. And I do think my skill level has got better over my time on this channel. But I think I'm not one of the careful types, you know, who wants to do everything, including all the inner seams perfectly. That's just not what I'm like. I tend to concentrate on my channel on some fitting for my body type, which is really a busty apple. Look. A busty apple shaped person I am. I'm tall. I'm a size 18. Generally over the shoulders and a 20 in the body. I have a GH cup and I work hard to try and make patterns fit me properly because I don't wear them if they don't fit me properly. If you resonate with any of that, you might enjoy my channel, so welcome. If you've come back and you've watched me many times before, hi! I love talking to you all. So let's get on with the show. Okay, so first thing I want to say is you probably already saw Catherine and Stacey J's videos about our meetup in Wellington last Saturday. Was it last Saturday? Gosh, I'm completely, it feels like so much has happened this week. So much of nothing really. But yeah, we had a great meetup and it was wonderful to see them. And rest assured, I think you'll find that people who are on YouTube, they are just like that in real life. Catherine is every bit the gracious lady, gentle lady that you see on screen. And Stacey J is every much, she's a bundle of energy and creativity. And I really enjoyed meeting them. And it was so funny how we all met in, I happened to pick this car park to stay in because I've managed to get a parking ticket every single time I go to Wellington. And so I looked it up online first and it was a little away from where we were going to meet, but it was a good cheap deal for the day. So I thought, right, I'll be safe in there. Park in this car park, get out of my car and I'm just looking for the door and then boom, they pull right up next to me. It was so weird. Yes, so I really enjoyed meeting them. Hi, Stacey. Hi, Catherine. I took a bunch of patterns down there, big fall patterns actually, that I bought over the years that haven't really, I don't know, there's some, I'm so wary of big fall patterns these days, mainly because of fit, because of my awkward figure. And I find that the bigger sizes are they're just so off in the way that they're cut. So I've kept the patterns that I've used and the ones that I think have got potential, and I took a bundle down for the girls, and I think they managed to get one or two, but you know, haven't we all got far too many patterns? But Stacey also had brought a bundle of patterns, and you know, much as I say about big fall patterns, I got tempted to get this one. So I took this one off Stacey, thank you for that. Mainly, the more I look at this one, I think that could be made into a nice summer t-shirt type dress. So I'm kind of thinking about that. And that for the winter, I think that's a lovely thing for the winter. Remember that I'm tall, so I kind of long things can look quite good on me. And this one as well. There's something I really liked about this one, and I might make it from this fabric. Now, Stacey brought this fabric. Well, I had admired it on her channel, and what a darling. She gave both me and Catherine a cut of this fabric, and I just really like it. And I think that pattern, it's got like a line, and I thought you could make the fabric maybe join up. I don't know if I'll do that, but yeah. Anyway, we're supposed to be coming into summer, not that you'd think so today, because it's been really cold. But yes, love this, love the colours on it. What do you think, colour-wise, on myself? Yep, so, yeah, and Catherine brought us also brought us some little labels by this Mel Stringer. These are very, very good presents for me, because I wouldn't probably notice this because I'm not really on Instagram or in that world. But they've all got sweet little things on them, like "Make me happy." I had to read that backwards. I couldn't read it. And "You make my dreams come true." So I think they're really sweet. Might be able to use them on some Christmas presents this year. So I have finally finished the Harrison blouse, and I'm wearing it. I'll show you properly in a minute. As you can see, blah, blah, blah. Moral of this story is, how long has it taken me to make this Harrison blouse? Months, literally months. I think I've just sort of been daunted by it right from the start. So I cut it out literally months ago. It sat in the drawer untouched. I think I took one look at the instructions, thought, oh my God, that is really something. But anyway, I've sort of had a blast and made it without the collar and the front or anything, or the plackets. And then a few days ago, I sort of had a last push and made it. Now, the reason it's a short sleeve shirt is because I put plackets on the wrong way round, on the wrong side of the sleeve. And I thought, do you know what? I'm just going to cut them off. I'm just going to cut it off. I think I'll wear it more, actually, because we're supposed to be coming into summer as a short sleeved shirt. So I am pleased with it, but I think fit-wise, I'll have to go and get the pattern out. This is another thing, you can't remember what you did, but I'm pretty sure I would have cut size 18 on the shoulders, which I think is perfect, and size 20 GH on the body. And actually, it's a little bit big. Let me show you. Do you see? I might even manage it. I could possibly even take that in a little bit, but I just feel it's not terribly big, but a little bit big, although I'm wondering if I should wash it before I try and take it in a bit. But actually, for the summer, I think it will be a fun little shirt. If you notice, I put a huge amount of buttons on it so that it didn't get all. Would help if I actually did them all up. So yes, I definitely a pattern worth having, one that I should make again, though I must admit the collar stand, and this Aria shirt is a much less involved make than this one. This one doesn't have princess seams, it's got a pleat in the back, it's much looser, it's got the placket and all of that. I'm glad I made this one before this one, because this one is much harder. This one has just got a one-piece collar, whereas this has got a whole stand and everything. But I got through it. But I must admit, when I finished making it, I thought, you know what? I think that's as involved as making something like a jacket. However, so I would say I do not relish projects of this complexity for sewing, but I do want this type of a blouse. I actually love having, a well-fitting button-up front blouse. It's like I would like to have more, so I think I'm going to have to grit my teeth. I wonder if I sewed two at the same time, whether it would make it easier, in the sense of the time you're putting in. And if you were sewing more than one, you might feel like, well, I can do this in small batches and just do a bit at a time. And I will remember that about the sleeve placket. Yeah, so happy with this. Might take it in a little bit. We'll wash it first, but I would say generally it's wearable. I'm sure I will wear it a lot. It's in very, very flimsy fabric, but actually that's kind of nice for the summer. That was charity shop fabric. I want to say thank you to everybody for your really kind comments about my redundancy and my retirement. And it's actually really comforting to know that, some of you have been through the same thing. And while it might have been a little worrying at the time, it's all worked out really well. It is an adjustment, but, it seems like you've made the adjustment really well. And I find that so comforting. So thank you for those kind comments. Okay, what else is there? Oh, let me tell you what I have ready to make, or rather patterns that I've stuck together. I wanted to make this apron. It's called the Hey June Allspice apron, is it? That's another thing I've had the pattern for the longest time. I'm going to have to go back. I haven't downloaded the instructions, so hopefully there's some instructions there. I'm not sure. I wanted to make this in a cheap fabric as an actual apron. It's kind of got a cross at the back. I'll put a picture up if I can find a picture. It's the kind of garment I kind of thought would be right up my street. I might make it not so as a long apron, but as a short apron, so it's like an extra layer that I could wear over like a t-shirt and pants. Yeah, so interested in exploring that. And the other one I am doing is the Rebecca Page. Oh, it's this dress here. I've got it. It's the Rebecca Page summer maxi dress, and I'll show you it up here. And it requires quite a lot of fabric. I can't think what it was, but at least 5 meters. And then I looked in my stash, and I have actually got some pink cotton. It's a little bit see-through, but I mean, it's a sundress. And I thought, well, I'm probably not going to use that pink cotton, and I do like the colour, so I'm going to give it a go. And this was probably, I don't even know where I got that from, it's cheapy old fabric, but I thought I will use that. I'm going to try and make just the bust part first and see if I can make that work, because I think that's going to be the hardest part with my bust, to get that right and have it so that I can actually wear a bra with it as well. And then there's the other Rebecca Page maxi dress that I quite fancied. I can't remember its name now, but I'll put it up here. And I think that I've got 5 meters of this fabric, also bought secondhand, and I think I bought that in the Fabric-a-Brac. It's like a sort of charity thing for the hospice where people get a table and sell their leftover fabric. Nice, isn't it? Think I will make, I don't know if I've got quite enough to make a completely long dress. Believe me, I love maxis in the summer. I've been really surprised at the one that I made, which was the Closet Core Charlie. Turned out to be really wearable, and I've worn it a lot, so I'm happy to make 2 more maxis, so watch this space. So did you see Catherine's video just on buying many versions of the same pattern? I laughed when I saw that video, and I must say, even though I'm really frugal and I try to really moderate myself buying patterns, I do also have a lot of sweatshirt patterns. I've got like at least 3 different Ellie and Mac ones. I've got that Sinclair one that I made last year. Yeah, I've probably got at least 5 or 6 myself, so don't feel bad, Catherine, we all do it. The thing is though, that all of these patterns will be cut slightly differently, and I am not good at working out what's going to work well for me. I mean, if I went right back to the beginning and became a beginning sewer again, I think I would actually go to Licala or one of those online things where you put your measurements in and start that way and make some basic patterns and then work from there. But you know what? You did what you did, and I've managed generally to buy patterns on sale and that sort of thing. So Cashmerette Club, you know, I am a bit of a fan of Cashmerette patterns. I think they work really well for me. You know, I'm a busty person, and so I have bought, or even though I rarely buy patterns, you know, for those kind of pricey patterns, I have bought a few of their patterns. But I've been a little bit tempted by the club, although at the moment I am being very frugal because we're saving to move and retire and all of this. But there's been a very good deal on, and I almost pressed buy on it, and that was for the club where you pay for the whole year and then you get the back load of patterns. But when I converted it into New Zealand dollars, I was a little bit horrified, and I thought, you know what, this will still be there 6 months or a year from now, and it's really, I'd end up with a whole lot more patterns, and I already have far more patterns than I actually need. So I think I'm going to try and discipline myself to make some more of the patterns I've got before I actually go and join an expensive club like that. But it might be something to think about in the future when I have more time. We'll see. We'll see. Right, I think that's all for me today. If you enjoyed this video, please think about subscribing. I'm generally a little bit lax about posting regularly, which means that YouTube algorithm doesn't show my videos to many people unless you subscribe. So you might miss it when I've got a new video out, but I promise you I am never going to spam you. I don't spend enough time doing this to do that. And have a wonderful sewing week. Leave me a comment, say hello, tell me where you're from, what's on your cutting table. I absolutely love reading your comments, and I would have given up doing this like ages ago if I didn't have that encouragement from you. So thank you, thank you, thank you. Okay, until next time, bye.